Our first speaker was always supposed to be the wonderful Olivia Chow, and I am delighted to have the privilege to introduce her this afternoon. Olivia has had a long and storied political career. She won her first election in 1985 and served on the Toronto Board of Education for 6 years. In 1991, Olivia became the first Asian-born woman elected as a Metro Toronto City Councillor, and she was re-elected to City Council 5 times, serving with distinction for 14 years. In that time, Olivia gained national recognition for her innovative approaches to programs for children and youth as Toronto's first children and youth advocate. In that capacity, she enhanced the far-reaching child nutrition programs, free dental care for children living in poverty, expanded pre- and postnatal services, and an award-winning approach to delivering early learning and child care. She was elected to Parliament in 2006 and won re-election twice. While in Parliament, her early learning and childcare bill laid the legislative foundation for a universal, high-quality, affordable, and non-profit national childcare program. Olivia was also the official opposition transport and infrastructure critic. Her bill on a national public transit strategy was widely celebrated by mayors and municipalities from coast to coast to coast. Throughout her career, Olivia has been at the forefront working for progress for all. She has reached across party lines and traveled across the country, forging alliances with municipal and provincial leaders, business, and advocacy groups. Outside of the political sphere, Olivia is known as a tireless spokesperson, fundraiser, and champion of numerous charities, such as the Canadian Cancer Society and related charities, Centre for Victims of Torture, Asian Community Aid Service, and Culture Link. Olivia married Jack Layton in 1988. Together they forged one of Canada's most remarkable political partnerships, sharing a passion for life and a commitment to change. We all know that Jack became leader of the New Democratic Party and Canada's leader of the opposition in Parliament before he died of cancer in 2011. And since his passing, Olivia has continued the quest to make Toronto a better city and Canada a better country for all. Please give a warm round of applause for Olivia Chow.
It's interesting seeing your life coming in front of you. Dear friends, it's amazing to be here in Alberta, feeling that energy. Wow. I sense that new energy building right across Alberta under the new leadership of your amazing new leader, Rachel Notley. I look around, I see a great crowd, and I see some old friends. My old friends, Linda Duncan and Brian Mason, who has carried the NDP here in Alberta for many years, and they're old friends. It's shocking when I landed here in Alberta for me to imagine that you would have a deficit. I thought, wait a second, Alberta having deficit was for quite a few years. And then is to think about it further. It's shocking to think that right here in Alberta, a cancer patient has to wait and wait for weeks to see an oncologist specialist to get radiation. Longer than the national benchmark. That is strange, it's shocking. Let me tell you, I do know about cancer, and I do know it's important to get radiation, get treatment quickly, and that you stop the cells from spreading, right? That's important. And then I read some further. It's shocking that in Alberta, that a person that's looking for emergency help, if the person just had some chest pain, the person waits for an ambulance to show up. Get to the hospital, emergency hospital, wait for emergency doctor to come and see him. That's shocking. Here in Alberta, the PC are asking people to wait for an ambulance, to wait to see an emergency doctor, to wait for a new cancer hospital to be built, to wait for long-term care homes, and wait and wait and wait. I tell you, people in Alberta cannot wait. That's why they need the NDP right here in Alberta. Because the NDP has a plan for better public health care, right? We know we have that because people are tired of waiting, and waiting is just not good enough. People need services now. And another thing that seems to be a bit strange here in Alberta, schools are bursting at the seams, which is great because people are having kids. Good. But what about new schools? What do you mean that parents have to decide where the kids would have to go to another, out of the neighborhood? And because somehow, in this time, you would think that you invest more in public education. Not talking about perhaps cutting the public education, I think, 9% or something like that? My gosh! That means teachers being laid off, that means not buying new computers, that means not building new schools, and that means stressed out parents, stressed out students, stressed out teachers. Now, it's not Olivia Chow saying stress out. Okay? It's Alberta School Boards Association. They use the word stress. Okay? So that's not good enough. And that's why Alberta needs the NDP. Think about it. Alberta, you're so blessed with resources. You're so blessed with riches. And that blessing should translate into better investment for our kids and our seniors, for better services. Why isn't it transferring? It reminds me of a father, in good times, decided to lend out all the money to some rich buddies. And then when times are not as good, well, not asking the rich buddies to pay some more. Instead, telling the kids, no, you can't have any more books. No, and to the mom, no, we can't buy any more medicine because there's just not enough. It doesn't make sense. Because for years and years, the Alberta PCs have not been investing. They have not been asking for fair rent from their rich corporate buddies. And that is not good enough. Think about the amount of money that can generate when the corporate tax is not at 10%. Think about the billions that one could have so that you can build better public health care, better public education, making life more affordable, investing in the infrastructure, ending child poverty and stop homelessness right here in Alberta. Yes, it can be done. It can be done if there's a new, fresh approach right here in Alberta. And you have the leader to give you that fresh approach. The party with the new energy, under the leadership of your great leader, Rachel Notley. looked up where Rachel was born. She grew up in Fairview, Alberta. Yes, fair, right? A fair view. A view that we all share. A fairness. Now, let me ask you, is it fair that we give corporate tax giveaways?
No.
When people are waiting in emergency for some treatment, desperately. They don't need to have a cardiac arrest before they get treatment. Is it fair that kids can get to school or get, crammed into a school? It's just not fair when there are funds that we can have. And it's just not fair to have all of these giveaways. So my friends, it's time to retire the old and tired PC gang. They have lost their ways, you and I know that. They've made a mess out of Alberta's finances. And they're just like their Ottawa cousins. Linda will tell you that, huh? Now, they won't invest, their Ottawa cousins won't invest in childcare. They spend billions promoting themselves in ads, you see it all the time, but they won't invest in affordable childcare. They exploit fear through the new spy bill. And of course, your own Linda Duncan and Tom O'Care's team is the only one standing up against Stephen Harper's wrong direction. Not only the Tom's team stand up against Stephen Harper, it has a plan, a clear plan for a national child care program, $15 a day. A job creation plan for investing in small businesses. And dealing with poverty by mandating a federal $15 minimum wage. Yes, that was the way to go. So here in Alberta, you're the only party that's ready to take on the fight. Just like in Ottawa, the NDP is the only party that's taking on Stephen Harper. You're ready to have a strong slate of candidates, and you are the only party that are providing hope to voters who are tired of cynical messages. The only party that is committed to creating a better and fairer society. The only party that has a clear plan, a clear platform to create jobs and opportunity by investing in people. And a party that is loving, hoping, hopeful, and optimistic. So the momentum in NDP is strong right here in Alberta. I know that it's only the NDP that beats the Conservative. Your own Edmonton-Strathcona, Linda Duncan, is the only opposition voice in Ottawa, right? Provincially. Provincially, David Aiken and Darren Burrows are the only candidates to win in PC-held ridings. And the momentum is with you right here in this room, and I know you're going to win a lot more seats. A lot more. And you know what? The PCs, their leader said, want a new mandate. New authority with this new budget. And then he said that everyone would be impacted. Somehow I don't think the CEO of Suncor is going to be impacted by his budget. Am I right? Yeah, I think so. I think you can name a few more people that will not be impacted by the upcoming budget. So I say, if the Conservatives, PCs, wants to call an election when the budgets get presented, I say, bring it on. NDP is ready. Rachel Notley is ready. Are you ready? Right. Let me ask it again. Are you ready? Hey, perfect. Now, you and I know one thing that campaigns need is your hard work, your commitment, your passion. You have a great leader that's passionate, that's smart, that cares, that connects with people. She gets it. She gets what Alberta's family needs. But we also need your energy, because together is how we can win. I know you're going to work hard to make it happen. But we also need you to dig deep. You know, every time Olivia Chow shows up, there's usually means something. Right? Yes, I know. So, as you came in, there's this beautiful envelope with this amazing orange in it. And it talks about generosity. I was going to auction my book, but I know that you don't need to buy anything. Because what you're doing is you're saying that right here in Alberta, we need a new premier. Right? We need a new premier. A new premier, which is right here in this room. Rachel Notley, that's who we need. And for that to happen, I need a few dollars from you. And I'll be bold. I'll be bold. Who will give me $1,000 to get us started? $1,000, yes, you can do it. To get it started.
Olivia, I'll do it.
All right, 1,000 right there. Shout it out. We have 1,000. More. I want more. Shout it out. 1,000. Another 1,000. 2,000. More. I want more. Give me another 1,000. Your last chance. Another 1,000.
More to the back there.
More to the back. 3,000. All right, that's 3. Anybody else? Anybody else for 1,000? Who else for 1,000? Who else for 1,000? Give me your hand. Shout it out. Shout out 1,000. Now, we just had a Chinese New Year. 8 is a good number. What about 800? 800. Who would give me 800? Okay, 800 is, okay, not enough Chinese here. 500. I'll take 500. I'll take 500. I got 5. 1. Give me another 5. Give me another 5. Who would give me another 500? It's okay. You don't have to pay taxes. In fact, you get some money back. Am I right? Yes. Yes. 500? 500? 2 500? 3 500? How many more? Many more? 5, 6 over here? 7? Okay. You know, any movement. Any movement. Laughing is the only thing that is allowed. Any movement, waving, putting up your hands, winking at other people, moving your legs a bit. All right, another 500. Thank you. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Oh, this is your chance. People in the back. Another 500. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Anybody else? This is the last chance for 500. If not, we're going to go to 250. You know, you want to hear your leader, right? Chow, get off the stage. Get off it now. Okay, I'm not getting off until I get more money. 250.
I'll give 250.
1, 250, 250, 250. Okay, 500, 250 over here. Any more? 250. Another one. All right. You can join them too, you know. 250. Anybody? I know you're a couple. One more over there. Okay. Any more? Anybody from this side? Last chance, 250. Now, everybody, put up your hands for $100. You can do it. Thank you so look around you. Keep your hands up. Put up your hand, all of you that have been so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you for believing in a better future, a more hopeful future for Albertans through your wonderful new leader. And I turn the time back to all of you. Thank you for allowing me to share a few moments with you.